Oil prices are falling. Inflation looks like it's cooling. So here's a strange question. Why is the United States, the world's largest oil producer, suddenly talking again about Venezuela's oil? This isn't about politics, and it's not really about oil either. It's about what systems do when comfortable options start running out. On the surface, it doesn't make sense. Venezuela's oil is heavy, dirty, expensive to extract. Its infrastructure is broken. Its politics are unstable. Rebuilding production would take years and tens of billions of dollars. So why even bother? Because this isn't a good option. It's a backup option. Here's the part most people miss. The U.S. produces mostly light oil, but many American refineries, especially along the Gulf Coast, were built decades ago to process heavy oil. That creates a mismatch. So the system does something unusual. It exports high-quality light oil and imports cheaper heavy oil, then blends and refines it efficiently. Venezuela sits on the largest heavy oil reserves on Earth. That's not an opportunity. That's a structural convenience. Now here's the warning sign. If the system still had easy options, Venezuela wouldn't even be mentioned. You don't return to unstable suppliers when everything is working smoothly. You do it when inflation must stay down, when energy prices need control, and when geopolitical flexibility shrinks. Venezuela isn't a solution. It's a signal. This isn't about taking oil, and it's not about rebuilding Venezuela tomorrow. It's about option control. Keeping risky choices on the table gives the system leverage. It sends a message. Supply can expand if needed. Prices don't have to spike. Alternatives still exist, at least on paper. This is how modern systems manage stress, not by fixing problems, but by buying time. And when systems rely on fragile options, people start paying attention, not because collapse is guaranteed, but because stability is no longer effortless. This is when trust assets get discussed again, when real assets quietly attract interest, and when hedges stop sounding paranoid. Not because something will break, but because something could. You've seen this pattern before. Energy stress, financial pressure, policy distortion, and then silver starts appearing in conversations, along with other assets that exist outside pure promises, not as predictions, as reflections. Venezuela's oil isn't the story. The story is why the system needs to talk about it again. When backup plans move closer to the center, it isn't panic, it's pressure. And pressure always appears before change does.